This is a Nakayama uchigumori suita stone, number 509. It's a suita layer stone, suita strata stone, and the type of suita is uchigumori. This is a vintage kuniyoshi blade from the 1940s. Has some beautiful soft wrought iron watetsu as the main body, very thin layer of hagane there. It's actually quite a nice blade. Okay, so I'm going to I'll try the stone without a slurry, just plain water. This is a difficult test for a stone because stones are relatively hard. You can see there's just a faint amount of sharpening going on already. It's a little bit of blackness in there. The stone is very smooth, very fine. So far, no skipping at all. This would be one way to finish a honing process, but for establishing a full bevel, it's very slow going. There's black swarf floating in clear water there. Okay, the next thing to do is to bring in tomo Nagura. This is a piece of kiita, and with this I can raise a slurry. Okay, so not a great quantity of slurry, but it's a pretty good quality. So we're going to go at this blade one more time. There's our slurry mix right there. I can see the leading edge here. There's all kinds of iron and steel being taken off the blade. So the Nagura has speeded up the cutting process enormously. What Nagura does, it adds a ready grit matrix, grit particle base that can sharpen the blade and at the same time energize slurry particles from within the base stone. So it's like becomes a self-generating type of action where the Nagura is encouraging the stone to release particles and at the same time the Nagura is sharpening the blade. So you can see how dark this slurry's gotten now. And there's still some iron floating in clear water, which is a case where the stone is hard enough to not give up very much slurry, but at the same time the cutting action has removed enough material quickly enough before the slurry breaks down and turns into like a paste. So this stone could be used with Nagura, a tomo Nagura. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wipe off the stone there. I'm going to use a diamond plate. I have this worn out Atama that I've had for 4 or 5 years. It's very mellow, and I'm going to use that to raise this slurry as using a diamond Nagura. Okay, so we got sort of a nice creamy slurry there. Now this slurry is made of 100% of the base stone. So there's no alternate grit particles in there. We'll see how this slurry affects the sharpening. Well, right away you can see, look at that black there. I mean, that is, with 3 passes, That's a tremendous amount of, and here's black down here too. I mean, this is sharpening at its best. Look at how black that that slurry has become compared with this white stuff you have with a cream slurry. So obviously the sharpening action has jumped into hyperdrive. There's just a tremendous amount of steel being removed. There's no scratchy feeling. This is a choice stone to begin with. So I would say out of the three methods, clear water, tomo Nagura, and the diamond Nagura. The diamond Nagura has given us the type of cutting action that a professional would want. Amateur woodworker maybe doesn't need to get that much cutting action going, but I can tell you that it was a pleasanter experience using the diamond Nagura. Okay, let me just show you, we've got a nice haze going on the blade here. Maybe didn't get in all the corners and all the surfaces, but you can see a great contrast now between the Hagane and the Jigane. And also you can see the real character of the Watetsu showing up with all those impurities. This is antique iron that they use from ship anchors, ship chains, anchor chains, old bridges. The Japanese blacksmiths hoard this type of wrought iron. It's usually from the 1890s and before. Okay, well it's a little demonstration there.